Previously on Dragon Age.
Many have already gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
If it isn't our new brother in the circle. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is he. Where was I? Oh yes, this is Duncan of the Grey Wardens. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the King's army at Ostagar.
You've realized by now that the Chantry merely tolerates magic? They watch only because they feel they must. Gregor may be afraid of what will happen. What if the mages decide they no longer want to be governed by the Chantry?
I need to talk to you. Do you remember what we discussed this morning? A few months ago I told you that I met a girl. This is Lily. They're going to make me Tranquil. They'll take everything that I am from me. My dreams, hopes, fears, my love for Lily. All gone. People think I'm a blood mage. I need to escape. I need to destroy my phylactery. Without it, they can't track me down. We need your help. Lily and I can't do this on our own.
And so we're back in Dragon Age Origins. In the last episode, we explored the Circle Tower after becoming a full-fledged mage. And we just got the request from Jowan and Lily. And Jowan wants to have his phylactery destroyed. And that way he can't be found out. Let's see, what do we have here? Leora, Irving, Owain. So what he wants to do, essentially, is have us get a Rod of Fire from the storeroom. And then go sneak into the basement of the tower, blast the door open, and find the phylactery, the little vial of blood that they could use to track him if he were to escape, and destroy it. And then he wants to escape the Circle Tower and live and be free and happy. He's afraid he will get turned into a Tranquil. Now there's several things you can do. I mean, you can refuse to help him. You can go along with him like I'm doing. But I'm actually going to double-cross him by telling Irving about his plans.
I trust you saw Duncan back to his quarters?
Of course I did, First Enchanter.
I'm glad you met him. He's a most honorable man.
I agree, it was my privilege to have met him.
Grey Wardens are peerless warriors who sacrifice all for our sakes. We can learn much from them. Now, did you need something?
Yes. Jowan says that he's going to be made Tranquil. Or actually, I can ask, why do you have books on blood magic on your desk?
I've removed them from the library. I was advised it might be unwise to leave them where any apprentice may read them. They will be put away somewhere very safe. Now, is there anything else?
Jowan says he's going to be made Tranquil.
And how does he know this? I suppose the young initiate he dallies about with revealed it to him. You think I didn't know? I did not become First Enchanter by keeping my eyes and ears shut.
Why are you doing this to Jowan?
Gregor says he has proof and eyewitness testimony that Jowan has been practicing blood magic. I cannot say more. Were it left to me, things might be different. But the Chantry, I'm sorry, child. This rite of tranquility will happen.
Then you must know that Jowan plans to escape the circle.
Oh, interesting. What more do you know?
Jowan and Lily are plotting to destroy Jowan's phylactery.
Yes, she must be helping him. She would know more about the repository than he would. Do you know anything else?
Yes, Lily told me and I promised to help.
I suspected Lily would tell him of the impending rite if she found out. But I never expected they would have the gall to break into the repository.
What should we do now?
Reporting him to Gregor and the Templars will accomplish nothing beyond what's already planned. If the Circle must punish one of its own, I will see the Chantry done the same courtesy. Lily will not walk free while my apprentice suffers.
You could just tell them that she's involved.
If we mention her involvement, the Chantry will say that she was framed. Oh, she must be caught in the act.
You're using Lily to get back at the Chantry?
If you want to survive, you must learn the rules and realize that sometimes sacrifices are necessary. Jowan will become Tranquil, but Lily must also face the consequences of her actions. How did you learn of their plan? Do they trust you?
Yes, they trust me and that's why I won't betray them, or they asked me to help them break into the repository. And I'll say that latter one.
Perfect. Will you return to them and carry out their scheme? With solid proof of their crime, we can act.
I will do as you ask.
Go. Convince them you will risk all for their cause. I will be outside the repository with a contingent of Templars. Let them see the mischief into which their initiate led our student. Perform well, and your dedication will be rewarded.
I just realized he kind of sounds like a little bit evil, like the Emperor from Star Wars, but he just has a very deep voice. I believe it's Steve Blum that voices him as well. And then there's another thing here. I could speak to Leora.
Yes?
Who are you?
Senior Enchanter, Leora, in charge of the Circle's laboratory. Is there something you want?
What's that door over there?
That leads to the Circle's cavern storerooms. There are caves running through the rock that the Circle is built upon. But of course, you know this.
Do you have rods of fire in there?
No, that's something the Tranquil deal in. This storeroom is for raw magical materials and alchemical substances. Lyrium, basilisk, blood, and so on.
Can I look inside the cavern?
No, I can't let anyone in there just now.
Why not?
There are just things in there that I would prefer to keep safe.
Are you stealing from the Circle stores? Or I can say, what kind of things?
Sensitive magical materials and substances, of course. I am in the midst of stock-taking, checking inventory, and I can't let anyone in there in case they mess things up. Yes.
So why are you out here and not in there?
Because I am taking a break. I hate the musty smell of caves, and Look, I'll tell you the truth. Just keep it to yourself. There is an infestation of spiders in the caves. I don't know how they got in there, but it's probably my fault. I was promoted to Senior Enchanter less than a fortnight ago, and I don't want anyone to find out. They'll think I'm incompetent.
Well, are you?
Well, I hope not. I mean, no. I'm a good mage. I've just been so busy with my new duties, I haven't had time to clear out the infestation.
I suppose I could be up for some spider killing.
If you cleared them out for me, I would owe you a favor. A big one.
I'll do it.
Wonderful. Here is the key. Oh, and be careful in there. I'd really like to keep the damage done to the Circle's property to a minimum.
Okay. Time to go in and
This should be easy enough.
see if we can take out those spiders. And then Leora will owe us a favor. Big caves like this are pretty common. Get used to seeing them fairly often. And we just got a belt. No. Yes. +3 defense. Not bad.
Let's get started.
Just a bit further ahead. We should find these nasty spiders. There's 2 ways to go, but one is a dead end. Still. No, it's not a dead end. Ooh, resisted my ice magic. And my arcane balls. Wow.
This should be easy.
And that was only 1 spider. And we unlocked the giant spider codex entry. Can let ourselves heal. And then go further on to the next one. As long as we can try to only fight one at a time.
Let's get started. Time for some fun!
Wow, see, we take about half our health in damage from just fighting a single spider. That's on nightmare difficulty. We do have healing spells and potions for poultices, should it come down to that. Lyrium potions, always useful.
Let's get started.
Not a bad idea to just stash all your stuff in caves, but you do have to make sure they stay clear of... Oh. We got webbed.
Right.
Clear of critters and creatures.
You had it coming.
We got money this time. How far are we? Maybe this will all loop back around. Oh, there's one.
You're mine.
Winter's Grasp is double useful because it does a lot of damage and immobilizes the enemy.
On.
Fate Striders, rough leather. +1 magic. Definitely the promotional items we have are really useful, but otherwise +1 magic is always good. A cocoon. Ah! That did startle me, actually.
Less fighting, more dying, Black Juice.
Involuntary moving of my arms because I got scared from the spiders. There's gonna be more right here. I don't know if we could avoid getting webbed. We do seem to be... Oh, come on. Okay, we just got mauled by the spider. That's gross.
Let's get started.
Great. That is rather nasty.
These creatures with a nice
Elf fruit. Oh! Transparency not working correctly here with this web. Sometimes when you walk into these webs, it'll immobilize you. Okay, we're fine. That wasn't all of them yet, was it? Ah, no, okay.
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance? Come, you can do better than that.
And that was the last of them. We've proven our mettle, and so it's time to report back to Leora.
You're back. Are the spiders gone?
You betcha. I've dealt with your infestation.
Really? Oh, that's wonderful. You've saved my hide, I'm sure. And I owe you a favor, so if you need anything, I'll be here. Thanks again.
And we can cash in that favor in a bit. We can go ahead and talk to Owain about the Rod of Fire.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
I need a Rod of Fire.
Rods of fire serve many purposes. Why do you wish to acquire this particular item?
I need the rod for my research into burning things.
Here is the form, Request for Rod of Fire. Have it signed and dated by a senior enchanter. I will release a rod to you once I have the signed form.
Why can't you give it to me now?
It is procedure. I need a senior mage's authorization to release an item. Thank you.
And you're like, dang, how can I get that? So possibly you could go to Irving with it, which I would like to try that out.
You are back. Has something gone wrong with the plan?
So there's two ways. I can ask him, or I can ask Leora, who owes me a favor.
A rod of fire? Why do you... I understand. Trying to break through the door this way. Interesting.
What is interesting?
The phylactery chamber door is warded and resists all magic worked upon it.
You could have told me that earlier.
I wanted to see what you came up with. I trusted you to approach me if you encountered a problem. Not easy breaking into a locked chamber, is it? Still... yes. The phylactery chamber shares a wall with the artifact vault. Age and dampness seeping up from the ground have weakened a segment of it. You can break down this part of the wall to gain entrance into the chamber.
It's not easy to break down a wall.
We have an old Tevinter device in the vault. It may have been used for defense, or possibly entertainment. It amplifies spells. Use the rod on this artifact and aim it at the wall.
What if it destroys everything else in the room?
The artifact releases controlled bursts of energy. Just aim it in the right direction.
Won't someone hear that?
The repository is deep within the tower. It's unlikely anyone will hear anything except a muffled rumbling. Besides, odd noises are quite commonplace here.
I shall do this.
One more thing. Do not be quick to suggest there is another way in. I don't want Lily and Jowan to suspect. Make it seem like you came up with the idea yourself. Here is the form with my stamp. Owain will release the rod to you now.
So I wanted to show you that there's multiple ways, but if you were wondering, like, oh, why even go through and help Leora if you know you were just going to do another way, and that's, well, killing the spiders does give XP, which is valuable, and the items that I got from that can become useful as well.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items.
Here's a signed
Everything
form.
looks to be in order. Here is the rod you requested.
Okay, and now we can go back to Jowan and Lily, who are... Are they here in the mage laboratory? Yes. No, they're in the chapel.
I hate waiting. It makes me nervous. That was quick.
To the repository, then. Freedom awaits.
And now I have 2 followers. I have Lily, who will equip with a dagger. And she is a rogue class, I believe. Yes. With dual weapon capability, so I can actually give her mace and a dagger as an offhanded weapon. And then we have Jowan, who we will give an acolyte's staff. He's a mage. I will also give him the apprentice cowl. He's already wearing robes. And I can give him the Fate Striders. Like, I don't want him to keep these, but I do want him to be somewhat effective while we're going through this. See, extra defense. +1 magic ring for Jowan. Okay, that'll do for now. And here we are at the basement. So this time we are actually going in, because there are traps, there are enemies in here.
The Chantry calls this entrance the Victim's Door. It is built of 277 planks, one for each original Templar. It is a reminder of all the dangers those cursed with magic pose.
Looks just like any other door.
The doors can be opened only by a Templar and a mage entering together. The Chantry provides the password, which primes the ward, and the mage touches it with mana to release it.
Since you have the password, can't Jowan help you enter?
The ward only responds to the touch of one who has been through the harrowing.
So what must I do?
First, the password. Sword of the Maker, Tears of the Fade.
I heard something.
The password only primes the door. Now it must feel the touch of mana. Any spell will do, but hurry.
Opened.
Thank you for your help. Freedom is so close, I can almost taste it.
I'm so nervous things will go wrong.
Everything happens for a reason, Jowan. Or I can ask, what will you do after you escape?
Lily and I will get married somewhere. Away from the Circle and its rules.
Perhaps on the outskirts of Ferelden.
Or in Orlais. Just far from here. We'll live a quiet life. Away from magic. Maybe we can buy a farm one day.
What if you become an abomination after you escape?
I won't do any magic or come into contact with Lyrium. I'll stay far away from anything magical. I know I'm strong enough to fight off the demons if it comes to that.
And I will pray every day to Andraste to protect us.
Well, let's just concentrate on what we're doing.
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna come to life, doesn't it?
Do you have the rod with you? Melt the locks off.
Use the rod on the locks. Use the rod on the locks, but nothing happens.
What's the matter? Why isn't it working?
Try the rod again. Nothing happens.
Lily, something's not right. I can't cast spells here. Nothing works.
These wards carved into the stone. This must be the Templars' work. They negate any magic cast within this area. I should have guessed. Why would Gregor and Irving use simple keys for such a door? Because magical keys don't work. How do you keep mages away from something? Make their powers completely worthless. That's it then. We're finished. We can't get in.
That door there, where does it lead?
I don't know. Do you think it's another way in?
That door probably leads to another part of the repository. What are the chances of there being another entrance?
Do we have a choice?
No. I'll take any chance I can get.
We can't get into the chamber the way we planned, but we're not about to give up. We can see where this door leads, but I don't think it'll be easy. It looks locked for one.
The rod will work on those locks, shouldn't it?
Yes. Let's hope they haven't warded that door as well.
Let's hurry. We've wasted enough time.
Okay, so this door can't get in. That door, we're gonna get attacked.
I'm
Here,
not
watch
giving
this.
up. We've come too far.
Watch this suit of armor come to life soon. Oh, cutscene.
Oh, that's not good.
Only one shall stand.
Singular enemy will be easy to defeat with the three of us. Oh, that reminds me actually. I can look at Jowan and look at what kind of spells he has. Weakness. Flame Blast and Flaming Weapons. And Arcane Bolt. What's funny is that you don't see that he has the Blood Mage specialization, even though people were saying he is doing blood magic. Would be interesting if you could see that. But I can control him for a moment. And make sure he has flaming weapons up. And that will boost Lily's weapons. We also have... no, not that one. Tactics. And you can see that... oh, is this from a mod that I have lots of extra tactics? I can at least just say self any activate mode flaming weapons. That way he has that always activated.
Enemies approaching. On your guard!
I'm getting attacked by the Sentinel.
You're getting sloppy!
Ignore the blood. They don't... that's not there. They're not creatures that can bleed. One of the side storerooms. Well, there's some items here at least. Their staff. Lots of interesting books and little magical props. Kind of reminds me of just like Diablo dungeon layouts. Alchemical stuff, candles. Magic staff. Not much else, huh? Okay, keep going.
I sense something drawing near.
One down.
Move and parry!
Another 2 enemies destroyed. Rope Sentinel who does magic, who I want to take out immediately.
Fear is your weakness. Sniper's breath.
There. I leveled up from that. What do I want to upgrade? Requires higher cunning. May put 1 point in cunning so I can get improved coercion. Frost weapons I believe is good, as well as Cone of Cold, so I can get that, or I could get lightning. Friendly fire possible, but I mean, I think it's single target, so I would actually have to aim it at an ally if I want to hurt them with it. Deep Stalkers. Jowan, what the hell, man? Just lit Lily on fire. Deep Stalker leader.
Come now, defend yourself.
All of them dead. Deep Stalkers are just little creatures that are in the deep roads and caves and such. And you saw the leader had a yellow name. That means he's a little more powerful. He's a lieutenant rank. Storage cabinet. More stuff to make potions. I can here use herbalism. And if I had flasks, which I do not have, I could make poultices with elf root or lyrium potions with lyrium dust. In Mabari Crunch if I had a dog. Which will come soon enough. Nothing else here to look at.
Let's get started.
Again, Lily was set on fire. These sentinels are no match for us. The chamber to my left here.
This should be easy enough.
There's loot. Okay, what is this that I got? Ephemeralist's belt? Spirit resistance 1%. Yeah, great. And apprentice cowl we already have plenty of. As long as I get to keep this until later, I could sell all these items. Enemy. Once again, Lily set on fire. She's your girlfriend, you're not really treating her right, Jowan. See, now she's injured.
I think I broke something. We'll need another way into the phylactery chamber. Let's explore the repository.
Oh, she actually has poison making, which is interesting. No injuries. Maybe we'll get that later. But normally, when you get back up from getting downed, you get an injury, and an injury will give you a debuff until you use an injury kit or spell that deals with that.
Let's get started.
Deep mushroom. Private documents. This is an ancient sort of cell block, huh? Oh, it didn't work. This time I'll cast a spell on myself. Oh, get out of the way of Jowan before he lights me on fire. You don't see the XP number appear on top of my character if I don't strike the killing blow.
Let's explore the repository.
But from what I could figure out by testing, you still get XP no matter who strikes the killing blow. But I've definitely played on Xbox and stuff and tried to make sure I always got the killing blow, just so that I knew I was getting the XP. This is a bunch of artifacts. Blackened Heartwood Staff. 2 damage, 2 spell power. It's better than what I had. Sadly, it just looks like a stick. And I gotta tell you, they put this statue in... People that try to study the lore of the game are very interested in stuff like these statues. This is actually a concept art for the Archdemon that they ended up not using. But they did turn it into a little bit of a model and put statues in the game. Now, I know what I'm looking for. It's this statue here, but... I wanted to know if there was anything else that I could...
Wow, that old wall's about to come down any moment.
Yes. Let's talk to the statue.
There's something odd about that statue.
I wonder who this statue is.
Greetings.
Maker's breath, did it just say something?
I am the essence and spirit of Eleni Zenobia, once consort and advisor to Archon Valerius. Prophecy my crime, cursed to stone for foretelling the fall of my lord's house.
Who is Archon Valerius?
I'm not sure. The Archons were the lords of the Imperium.
Forever shall you stand on the threshold of my proud fortress, he said, and tell your lies to all who pass. But my lord found death at the hands of his enemies, and his once proud fortress crumbled to dust, as I foretold.
A Tevinter statue! Don't listen to it. The Tevinter lords dabbled in many forbidden arts. This is a wicked thing.
How did a Tevinter statue get here?
It must have been here for years. Look at the dust. I feel a little sorry for it. Her.
Weep not for me, child. Stone they made me, and stone I am, eternal and unfeeling. And I shall endure till the Maker returns to light their fires again.
Do you need help?
No help can be given me, for this is my doom and my destiny.
Ambiguous rubbish. It could mean anything. I can do it too. The sun grows dark, but lo, here comes the dawn.
Stop talking to it. Please, both of you.
It's harmless. We can't do much with it anyway.
Come on, Jowan. Let's go.
Well, here is the artifact that we were told about. There's another statue here, by the way. Artifact that Irving told us about.
What do you think this does?
Why does the Circle keep so many Tevinter artifacts in storage?
It's history, Lily. And it's fascinating.
I think this one's merely decorative.
I've seen pictures of things like this. They amplify any spell cast into them. I bet we could use this to break into the phylactery chamber.
I suppose we could amplify the rod's power.
See where the mortar might be decaying behind that bookcase? Let's take a closer look. It should be pretty easy to get this out of the way.
You'll have to help me then.
If we work together, we can shift it. Come on. Now we just need to find a way to get through this wall.
Alright. Stand back, everyone.
Use this with the rod. I'm sure it'll work. Hurry, the clock's ticking.
Okay, hopefully you don't hear that after I edited this video, but that sound peaked the mic, or peaked in the recording, I guess, and blew my eardrums out.
This is the phylactery chamber. It worked.
Yeah, but don't expect this to be
Jowan's
unguarded.
phylactery. Quickly.
Pity they've taken mine to Denerim.
Would you destroy yours too if it were here?
Of course, I could escape with you.
You still can. I don't think they'd be able to catch you once you're out of here. You'd know how to evade them. You're clever, not like me.
Let's just find my phylactery.
Let's get started.
I'm more dangerous than I look.
I'll do my best.
Ooh, a guardian.
It's either you or me, and it isn't going to be me. Next.
Now we fight.
This should be easy enough.
Okay, hopefully these are the final set of guardians, but knowing this game, might not be. Let's open this chest. Trade manifest. This must be that... that warded door we couldn't open from the outside. And then up here, in the cold, are phylacteries. Look at that. Jars of blood. Anything we can examine? No. Creepy, huh? Have the big statue looming over it.
As you wish.
You see Jowan's phylactery in a corner of this case.
That's my phylactery! You found it! I can't believe this tiny vial stands between me and freedom. So fragile. So easy just to be rid of it. To end its hold over me. And I am free.
Huh. I expected a larger room and many more phylacteries.
Only apprentice phylacteries are stored in the Circle Tower. This tiny room could not hold the phylacteries of every mage who has passed through the tower doors.
Come on, you two. We're done here and we should leave.
The sooner we're out of here, the better.
I do not want to stay here a moment longer.
I still don't know about my betrayal. But all shall be revealed to them.
We did it! I can't believe it! Thank you. We could never have...
So what you said was true.
I assure you, this isn't what it looks like.
An initiate conspiring with a blood mage. I'm disappointed, Lily. She seems shocked, but fully in control of her own mind. Not a thrall of the blood mage, then. You were right, Irving. The initiate has betrayed us. Chantry will not let this go unpunished. And this one. Newly a mage and already flouting the rules of the Circle.
It's not his fault. This was my idea.
He is here under my orders, Gregor. I take full responsibility for his actions.
Enough! As Knight Commander of the Templars here assembled, I sentence this Blood Mage to death. And this initiate has scorned the Chantry and her vows. Take her to Aenar.
The Mage's prison. No. Please, no. Not there.
No! I won't let you touch her!
By the Maker. Blood magic. How could you? You said you never...
I admit, I dabbled. I thought it would make me a better mage.
Blood magic is evil, Jowan. It corrupts people. Changes them.
I'm going to give it up. All magic. I just want to be with you, Lily. Please, come with me.
I trusted you. I was ready to sacrifice everything for you. I don't know who you are, Blood Mage. Stay away from me.
Are you all right? Where's Gregor?
I knew it. Blood magic. To overcome so many. I never thought him capable of such power.
I can't believe he just did that.
None of us expected this. Are you all right, Gregor?
As good as can be expected given the circumstances. If you had let me act sooner, this would not have happened. Now we have a blood mage on the loose and no way to track him down.
He can't have gone far. You could still capture him.
Believe me, we will use our every resource. Where is the girl?
I am here, sir.
You helped a blood mage. Look at all he's hurt.
Lily didn't know Jowan was a blood mage.
Save your breath. I can speak for myself. Knight Commander, I was wrong. I was accomplice to a blood mage. I will accept whatever punishment you see fit. Even Aenar.
Get her out of my sight. And you. You were in a repository full of magics that are locked away for a reason.
Did you take anything important from the repository?
Yes, I took this staff, and you can have it back if you like.
Some honesty, at last. But your antics have made a mockery of this circle. What are we to do with you?
Maybe nothing? I was just doing as I was told.
As I said, he was working under my orders.
And this improves the situation? The phylactery chamber is forbidden to all save you and me.
I had my reasons.
You're not all-knowing, Irving. You don't know how much influence the Blood Mage might have had. How are we to deal with this?
Knight Commander, if I may, I'm not only looking for mages to join the King's army, I'm also recruiting for the Grey Wardens. Irving spoke highly of this mage, and I would like him to join the Warden ranks.
What? You've promised him a new Grey Warden?
He has served the Circle well. He would make an excellent Grey Warden.
We look for dedication in our recruits. Fighting the Darkspawn requires such dedication, often at the expense of all else.
I object. You say he operated under your instructions, Irving. But I do not trust him. I must investigate this issue, and I will not release this mage to the Grey Warden.
I've always hoped to prove myself as a mage.
Gregor, mages are needed. This mage is needed. Worse things plague this world than blood mages. You know that. I take this young mage under my wing and bear all responsibility for his actions.
This mage does not deserve a place in the Order.
Why? Do we not reward service? This mage has served the Circle well. You have an opportunity few even dream of. Do not squander it.
Am I to leave the Circle forever?
The Circle never forgets its apprentices. But the Grey Wardens shall be your family now.
Thank you for everything, First Enchanter.
Come. Your new life awaits.